G'day guys. I said I would do requests, and someone wanted to see what these Chinese clone detectors do, how they work. This one was broken, and I fixed up its power supply. It's just got 3 batteries, that's what it works on. But I've got to show you the display, and it's got no audio. It's yeah, a bit sad. So we'll turn him on. There you go, Dicky switch. If you have a look in, I'll just zoom in a bit maybe. Here we go, one-handed camera operator. Okay, I think maybe a bit more, I don't know. See how we go. Loosen that off, spin that around. If you have a look at the back menu, much a copy of something else, isn't it? So have a look at function select. What do we got? We've got backlight, battery test, volume limit, ground, balance, type, special extra, manual tune, work mode. What the hell is work mode? Discrimination, because it's a VLF. And ground balance. Okay, interesting. That's work mode, general. General what? Oh, it's probably on the front switch. Motion slow, RX gain, audio normal, volume tone, stabilize. Oh dear me. Target volume of 8, response normal, tracking iron reject. Oh, okay, really fantastic. Anyway, I've made it do this. So far it actually turns on, but there is no audio at all, and I suspect the wires all came loose in the plugs and shorted out, and I'd say it's blown up the audio output stage at a guess. I'll just don't really want the back of that board touching the metal, but I don't know if it make any difference. Now, I'll just turn it off just in case. Now, you know how much I love Mylar strips, the reliability of them. Not. They are one of my pet hates with all this stuff. But have a look at this, right? I've changed my mind. I love Mylar strips or Mylar circuit boards, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, what a rat's nest. So yeah, I've gone onto the back of these connectors, tracked it back onto the main board looking for the audio, and there is none. There's no audio, none whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of 50 hertz hum leakage. But yeah, I've got it hooked into my amp. I've made sure they're configured it on the 2 inner pins and not the ground, which would short everything out. And it just doesn't work. There's nothing there. So I had to fix the wiring up. I had to fix the power supply board here. That chip there had failed. So I don't know how that would even fail. So it was given no output. And maybe because the wire shorted, I don't know. So, the wires are meant to be, I'll show you this. They're meant to be held in, clamped in place with that. That just fell out. That's just another bit of cable, I think. So, yeah, I put the wires all back on, and I gave it a hot melt glue injection into the connector, because it's just the cable's too skinny for the cable plugs, so they just fall out. So anyway, I've got this thing going now. I haven't got a charger for the batteries, and So I've got it hooked up on the power supply. Naughty me, no charge regulator, straight to the power supply. But the things were down at 2.8 volts, so they're going to get a bit of a kick. I won't take them over their limit and start generating hydrogen gas and dendritic crystals and all that. So I know when to stop. I've also got it on current limit too. So this is the rest of it. As you can see, it's made to look like something quite interesting that we're all used to seeing. Same sort of controls. I did hit the auto tune. It went round circle. It didn't stop, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, and this is the come here, you. That's the board it all goes into. Now I'm going to lift that up. Nope, got to loosen that off. Got to lift this up. Like, my God, there we go. So that's its board. If you have a look at it, there's a lot of cables. And I love this potentiometer, which is just a 9mm potentiometer, which is just glued onto the board. I don't know why. The other one's got trim pots in these sockets, but they've put this wire on and done that. I dare not touch any adjustments on this. It'll probably never work ever again. Not that it does at the moment, but I'm starting to think that this is a complete, utter, total waste of time, and it's just getting too involved. There's just too many. I always say it's a land of 90%. Well, this has probably comes from the land of 60%. Just the finish is atrocious. It's bloody hot melt glue everywhere, and you know, everything's just loose and daggy. It's just horrible. In my personal opinion, that is. I don't like it. I think it's yeah. It's I could say a lot of stuff, couldn't I? I really could, but I think it's very, very obvious of what's going on with this stuff. You just look at the design, right? And oh, I don't even want to touch it. It'll probably blow up or something. I don't know. Something will short out. Smoke will come out. But the design, I mean, what's it made to look like? It's not its own beast, is it? It's really made to look like something that it's totally not. Oh dear, 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 dear. I did say I was going to get it going and do a show and tell, but there's no audio. I've tried it. You know, running a differential system, common ground, everything, and it's just nothing comes out of this. Not even a skerrick. The audio looks like it comes out of a TL064 op amp somewhere on the main board, but I could replace that, and I guarantee you, I'm about 90% correct that it won't work anyway. It'll be a big. I'll just run around chasing my tail, wasting time, and it'll just get nowhere with it. I just think it is a bit of a loss. So the other thing too, I might as well show you in the power supply here. Uh, Hang on, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll disconnect that. I'll let it continue charging. Oh, get off there. God, wires want to just run and jump on everything. I'll pull this off. Got it. Okay, I'll leave it there, it can hang there. I'll zoom in on this so you can see. You see all the extra bits and pieces there, or should I say circuit track work with lots of bits and pieces not installed. That there was meant to be the audio amplifier for this battery setup, and yep, it doesn't have one. So they never installed it, maybe because it probably didn't work, or it was You know, it was noisy. It wasn't, well, if you have a look at it, single-ended, isn't it? So it wasn't differential. It was probably sitting there picking up a lot of noise or something. And they just said, oh, just run straight out, and you can only use headphones. Like I say, I did not design this. I don't know. But it's very, very much nothing like what it's meant to look like uh, in its functionality or anything. It just won't do the same. And it is a VLF. It's not a pulse induction detector. So I'm going to probably can this before I waste any more time on it. So I've charged the batteries up and fixed up the battery protection circuit so it actually does turn on now. And yeah, I'll put it back together. I just don't want to continue with it. It's something I would hate to actually repair and then be expected to warranty. I just don't want to do it. Really, I don't care. You could pay me whatever, and I still won't do it because it's so. What's the word I'm looking for? It's yeah, NQR. I don't know, but yeah, I just don't want to muck around with it. It is the whole way this thing's put together. It's I don't know. It's like it's out of the 70s or something. It's really, really woeful. So that's this. I won't leave that like that. It's zoomed in for no reason. But yeah, that is it. I feel sorry for people who buy this stuff thinking it is or they mistake it for the other brand cheap, and it's not the other brand, and it is cheap, and you're going to get what you pay for. So like I say, this is just my opinion on it. I wish the guy gave me the charger for it too, because I could probably, you know, charge the batteries up properly. But just making sure they're not going to explode. Nah, they're cool, but they're very light. I don't even know if they're. I'm not going to speculate. There's just too many twists and turns with this stuff. It's you know, it reminds me of melamine milk powder, and all the kids died over in China. It's something. It's just not right. Um, yeah, some. I'm not even going to say it. I've just seen so much stuff that comes out of a certain country, and you know, it's like it's the word that escapes me is the word quality. It's some stuff's okay, but a lot of it's just made to be knockoffs, and it's it's not the knockoff. It's just not right. Well, I don't think I'll ever take a holiday over there. I think they'll see these videos and treat me as public enemy number one. I'm not trying to crash their economy, but pick up your game, guys. My God, these things. Um, it, yeah, it just gobsmacks me. It's just terrible. It really is. It's just flimsy. I'll tell you the other thing I don't like about the design is that if you have a look at these connectors, you notice that you can actually make a very easy mistake and say, oh, well, instead of that one being there, we can stick it in there or whatever. And you wouldn't know if it's meant to be in there. The amount of effort and tracking back and trying to wiggle and weave through the circuit board to see where it's meant to go without a schematic, without any information. It's really, really quite, that's just horrible. It really is. Yeah, don't want to persevere. And I've got the other thing there. It looks like whatever it looks like a CTX or a 7000, whatever it's meant to look like. That one. It's got the what's it called? The digital picture frame button on it, which just makes me laugh. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to do. I think it's the same thing, because when I aimed it up on the back of the circuit board, batteries like this were stuck on the back of the main circuit board, and I just went, no, I just don't want to go there. I just don't want to go there. It just brings tears to my eyes, and I just know that, I could spend a whole day and just waste the whole day on this stuff. So yeah, my personal opinion is I wouldn't buy it until the game is picked up a lot more than what it is. It is just, you know, look at the design. Like, I think scrambled eggs looks neater than that. It's just woeful. Oh dear me, the thinnest little cables all ready to break with vibration. It's bad enough on the other ones, the early mine labs. They used to break the cables off everywhere, with vibration. You take the back off and the cables would be hanging off the power connector and all sorts. It just work hardens the copper with vibration. Stick it in your motor car, go down the old bumpy road for 1,000 kilometres and see what happens. Probably everything falls off. But yeah, I don't want to be too nasty, but it's self-evident. Have a look at it. It's self-evident to what it is, and it's just well, I don't know. You know, I wouldn't buy one, not in a million years. And I wouldn't give one as a gift. I don't want to. Actually, guys, if you buy this sort of stuff, I'll tell you now, don't send it to me to fix. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know about this stuff. It is it is just poor, bad, terrible. It is. It's beyond my worst nightmare. You know what a bucket of, yeah. You know what? So sorry, to the guy who owns this stuff. I don't think I want to persevere with it, because what I'm going to do, if I do fix it, it'll probably blow up again. Wires will break off and things will fall off and that, and then you'll be running back to me with it saying, "Oh, your repair didn't last." I say, "Freaking yeah." The engine blew up, and then the wheels fell off, and then the diff fell off, and then the bloody transmission blew up as well. That's what these things are. They're just a freaking pile of stuff waiting to happen, and the happening is going to be negative. So yeah, so I don't know who can I suggest for the guy to take it to. Any volunteers out there who want to fix this? I'll pass your details on to the owner, and he can take this stuff to your place, because you know it's just too finicky, and it's horrible. You can't have all these faults in something. It's just going to be a you know fault after fault after fault after fault. You don't see anyone running around with these in the goldfields, do you? I haven't ever. I've never seen anyone with one of these in the goldfields. So I don't know. Personal opinion only, guys. My personal opinion that yeah, I think I'm pushing the what uphill with a very wide rake, and it's all getting past the rake, and I'm now stepping into it. But yeah, it's enough. I think it's enough in that. I don't think I'll. Oh, do I do that other thing? Do I have to go and do that? Oh dear. It was bad enough when I saw the screws in the coil. That one just really got me. That did. That was an absolute doozy. So yeah, and there is one of these. There's one of these from ages ago sitting out in the shed, and that was an absolutely nightmare as well. And I don't think that was ever repaired, because it's just not cost effective. Even though you pay a lot of money for this stuff, thinking it is something it's not. It's not cost effective to repair, because you're going to get something that doesn't perform anyway. Even if it does work, it won't perform as the real deal, will it? So there we go. I'll leave it there. That's 20 minutes of of this. I don't even know what to call it. Well, whatever it is, scrambled eggs, catches.